Hello and welcome to the review of the Qigong that we practiced at the Hot Lake Springs VCR retreat for veterans. My name is Brenda Hood, and today we will be talking about those Qigong exercises I showed you first thing in the morning before we went on to the rest of our day. So the first thing that you need to remember when you do Qigong is that relaxation is the key. You always want to strive for as much relaxation as you can. And to that end, what I would like to do is I'd like everybody to just stand with your feet so that you're stable about shoulder width apart and just generally shake for just a few minutes. Make sure that you get all of the kinks out. And you can shake as hard or as gentle as you like given your present condition, and don't need to shake for a very long period of time. We talked initially about opening out the chest, and to that end we started out with an exercise that looked just like this. 1, 2, 3. I'll do that to the side. 1, 2, 3. This exercise was paired with breathing, and so there's an inhale, exhale, exhale, exhale. The first 2 exhalations are done with the mouth closed. The last one is done with the mouth open, looking like this. So 2 fists, open palms. 2 fists, open palms. And do that half a dozen times, maybe a dozen times, until you feel comfortable. You don't need to do that a lot, but it's really good to help to open your chest, helping facilitate the proper functioning of your lungs and of your heart. And one of the things I'd like you to pay attention to is when your arms go back like this, your shoulder blades should squeeze together, because that provides really good blood innervation to the whole chest area. The next exercise that we covered was shoulder rolls, and so you can just do forward shoulder rolls, just a few in this direction, and then backward shoulder rolls. And you can do this as much as you like. It's another way of helping to improve the circulation in the upper part of the body. After that, we went on and we did hip circles, which I referred to as the peanut butter jar and jam jar exercises. And so those are simple enough. Once again, I'd like you to stand with your feet about shoulder width apart. Now you need to be careful about the width of your feet. If your feet are too narrow, then it's not so stable. Also, you're not going to get the proper stretch. If your feet are too wide apart, then you're also not going to get the proper stretch. So think about this. Most people, it's going to be anywhere from 12 to maybe 15 to 18 inches. So just think about how wide your shoulders are and look to see if your feet are under your shoulders. The peanut butter jar exercise is simple enough. I want you to imagine that you're standing in a jar, an empty jar of peanut butter, and for those allergic to peanuts, it can be almond butter, that comes up to this level. The only peanut butter left in the jar is on the rim, and so I want you to take your hips, and I want you with straight knees to wipe the peanut butter off the rim of that jar. And you do this to the extent you can. If you have severe back problems, you might find yourself just doing this. If you have more flexibility, you can go even further out. You want to kind of push it to the end of what you're capable of at the moment. Knees are straight. Head doesn't move very much. Just these hips go out in as big a circle as you can do. And then you do the other direction. The best way to do this exercise is for short periods of time, multiple times per day. Do it when you get up in the morning while you're brushing your teeth. Doing it while you're watching TV. Any of those are fine. But, about 3 times a day at least. Standing, washing dishes, anything like that. So that's the peanut butter jar exercise. The jam jar exercise, bend your knees. Okay, jam jars are shorter. Now we need to bend our knees. And what you'll find is that the muscles that you are working with are completely different than those muscles used in the peanut butter jar exercise. And once again, wipe the jam or jelly off the rim, just like this, just big hip circles. Try and imagine that you're doing a big round circle. Some people, they wind up cutting it off because of the way their muscle pains them or stiffness. And then back in the other direction. Okay, and once again, like the peanut butter jar exercise, you want to do this short periods of time, multiple times over the course of the day. And then the final exercise that we covered on that first day was I asked you to go out and practice just walking exercise that was tied to your breathing, so that what would happen was you would walk forward and you would say in your mind through the course of your inhalation, stepping into the light, and then you would go breathing out the dark, breathing out the dark. And so it would look something like this: stepping into the light, breathing out the dark. And when you do the breathing, the inhalation comes in through the nose, the exhalation through the mouth. And that's all you need to worry about. And then do that for about 15 or 20 minutes a day. Summary of the first day. The second day, we covered more exercises that were a little bit more complicated. These exercises go with visualization, so I'll walk you through the different pieces of this exercise. Once again, you start with your shoulders about your feet about shoulder width apart. Shake a little bit, make sure that you're all loose and ready for this. And the way that this exercise works is you want to reach up, and then you come down, your hands like this, and then scoop like that. That is 1. Reach up, come down. Imagine yourself filling at this point with the clear, cool light of heaven. Imagine it filling your body as you push it down through all areas, and then scoop it up like that. One of the things that I want you to remember about the scoop is that it's a full rotation. So you're scooping. So your hands come like this, and then scoop around. Notice that they're facing backwards to here, and then you come in. You should have a very powerful stretch in your shoulders. Out, scoop around. Out, scoop around. With all these exercises, do not overstrain yourself. If you can't get your shoulder all the way around, or if you can't get your shoulder to come through close to the body like this, don't push it too much. Just a little bit. But if you push it too much, I worry that you might further damage your situation. Let this exercise help heal you slowly, but in such a way that you don't further damage yourself. So, this exercise, when we practiced it, had 2 parts. First of all, shoulder width apart, scooping down, the clear, cool light of heaven filling your body, bending your knees, coming around. That's 1. If you cannot go low, or if you have difficulty getting up, just don't go so low. Over time, your legs will strengthen themselves and you'll be able to do it. The second part of this exercise that I initially taught you guys was reaching down and scooping out the hot core of the earth. Imagine reaching down. And then when you come up, your hands come up on the insides of your legs. And then when you're here, you scoop around once again. Reaching down into the hot center of the earth, down, 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 pulling that up on the insides of your legs into your torso. And then 3 times. When you are done with this, the typical way that it works is if you're male, the left hand goes on the bottom, the right hand on top. Females, right hand on the bottom, left hand on top. And you stand there for a few minutes. Your eyes can be open or closed as you wish until you're done. So I'm going to run through the whole sequence with talking just to show you what this sequence does. In the Taoist tradition, which is where this particular form comes from, they work on multiples of 3, 6, or 9. So you can do 3 of both, 6 of both, 9 of both, or then multiples of 9, depending on how strong your legs become in the course of doing this exercise. All right, so stand there. Make sure that you're nice and relaxed. Shake a little bit if you need to. Center yourself. You may do hand exercises or not, or just focus on coming into your body, finding that center space inside your body. And then when you are ready, you can begin. Reach up into the heavens. Bring down the cool, clear energy of heaven into your body. Feel it fill every space. 1. Reach up. Bring it into your body. Filling every corner. 2. 3. Now reach down into the center of the earth. Down, down, down. Reach down into that hot core. Pull that energy up into your body. Feel it fill. 1. Reach down, 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 down. 2. Reach down into the earth. Bring up that hot chi from the center of the earth. Fill your body. 3. Then stand there, knees slightly bent. Just resting. Resting. Until you feel it's now time to move. Then you straighten out your knees. If you wish, you can shake again, or you can pat your arms. Just to kind of make sure that anything untoward is taken care of. And that's it. You're done for this particular session. So this is the full version of that Qigong form that I showed you. You're welcome to do the simple version with just 2, or this version, which I believe has 7. So once again, stand with your feet shoulder width apart. Make sure that it's a comfortable, stable position, that you'll be able to do nice bends without too much strain. And do this as much as you are able to without overstraining yourself or distressing yourself physically. The strength and flexibility will come over time. So the first one is to reach up to the heavens. Bring down the cool, clear light of heaven. Feel it fill your body, all corners. 1. 2. 3. Now I'd like you to reach out to the mountains. Draw in that cool, frosty whiteness of the mountains. Bring it into between your eyebrows. And then move it down your body and feel that energy filling your body. You don't need to go as low in your bends. Reach out to the mountains. You can see Mount Hood, hopefully, in the background as I do this. Reach out and bring in that wonderful, clear energy. Move it down your body. 2 and 3. Now I'd like you to reach out to the trees, the giant redwoods. Reach out and embrace that amazing tree energy and bring it into the center of your chest. Move it down and not so deep in your bends again. 1. Reach out to the lovely pines and spruce. Bring that chi into your chest. Move it through your body. 2 and 1 more. Three. Now I'd like you to reach out to the shrubs and the flowers and the bushes. Reach out and bring that into your navel. You note there's not really very much bending in this one. 1, reach out, bring it in, scoop it around. 2, reach out. Can you taste those blueberries? 3. Now reach down and gather the low-lying mosses and lichens and bring that into your lower abdomen. Note we're starting to bend a little more in the knees. Lichens and moss, beautiful club moss. 2 and 3. Now I want you to put your hands into the loam of the earth, the topsoil of the earth. Bring it up and bring it into the area between your legs. Bring it up, up, up. 1. Topsoil of the earth, bring it up between your legs. 2. And 3. Now reach deep down into the center of the earth. Grab that fiery ball and bring it up the insides of your legs. 1. Reach deep, deep into the center of the earth. Up. 2. 3. Now when you're done, Hands on your abdomen, your umbilicus, doesn't matter which. And just stand there, knees bent for just a minute or two, till you feel ready to move away. How do you feel at this point? Can you feel the energy of the earth and all the things around us moving in your body? Can you find that empty space? And just abide there for a few moments.